Hey everyone, it's your boy Gabriel.
What up, it's Ryan?
And this is Gabriel's Take, episode 2. Now today, we got a full list of things we're going to go over. We're going to talk about... Pick it up, man.
Interrupting the podcast already.
We're going to talk about... we got the Knicks and what they going on with Stoudemire. We got Kevin Durant and his rant he went on the other day. And we also got Lil LeBron. We'll leave that for last. We're going to talk about our meat and potatoes to the playoffs. But let's jump right into it. Oh, in other news, Jermaine O'Neal has put on his Instagram he will not be trying to comeback attempt.
Not on ESPN. And it wasn't on the bottom line. You didn't see this flash across the bottom line. This wasn't tweeted out by Woj. This was on Jermaine O'Neal's Instagram. Who do you think follows Jermaine O'Neal on Instagram?
One, his mom. And I think his girlfriend might, but I don't know.
He might be one of those people that buys followers. Jermaine O'Neal might have dropped $50,000 for $500,000 followers.
Funny story.
He looks like that kind of guy.
I looked up how to do that.
Did you really?
I went on the App Store and actually looked up how to.
You didn't buy any followers.
I didn't. You got to pay money.
Yeah, that's
I went through a low when I got back from deployment. Was like, I want more followers. It was a bad time in my life. I'm sorry.
You should just give out your Instagram right now, actually. Maybe I get some more.
Well, if you want to follow me, Mr. Hemingway.
There you go.
Hit me up, follow me, like some pics. But, yeah. So, Jermaine O'Neal, we really didn't care.
Yeah.
But thanks for the information. Appreciate it, I guess. Oh, and he's 38, so he really could help out a lot of teams.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we're going to go. My Knicks finally waived Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah.
About time. The man was on a 5-year, $100 million deal when they first signed him. That first year, he played 95% of the games.
Do you remember that press conference after they signed him?
A little
big
bit.
Press conference when he was like, New York basketball's back?
It was. That year,
they never made it.
They didn't make it to the playoffs that year. But he averaged 25 and 5 or 25 and 8 that year.
His numbers were incredible.
He looked like Amari of old after that surgery, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But
what do you think he ends up signing with?
Everybody's saying Dallas.
I guess the first question is, do you think he could actually help somebody? Could Amari be the piece that puts somebody over the top?
No, not at all. For one reason. Knees. He can't stay healthy. His eyes always bad. He's been wearing glasses since 2009. I don't know why. Can he not see? He's Israel now. Shout out to my Jewish people. I love y'all.
Yes,
but I don't feel like
all of you.
I don't feel like that's helping him at all. I think that's more of a side thing. Like, he did it to get notoriety, but if it's his faith, it's fine.
The wine baths. The red wine baths.
I was watching SportsCenter today and he was taking wine baths. Bro, you need to get in the gym. What is a wine bath supposed to do?
I have no idea.
You got wine in your butt, wine between your toes. What are you trying to do, man? You ain't drinking it. Who drinking it after you? Are you reusing it? Because if you buy wine every time you take a wine bath, yeah, you got bread, but really, I think you can use your money for more important things if you ask me.
I'll take that bread.
I would.
Throw it this way.
Stop, don't use a wine bath. You give it to me. I drink some wine with that bread. I mean, come on. I mean, if he signs with Dallas, I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to try and do that thing they did with Tyson before he came back when they won the championship. But Tyson didn't have all these injury problems.
Yeah.
He's really not injury prone. Aside from a bad ankle here and there, he stayed healthy for most of his career.
Yeah.
Amari's played the last 4 years, less than 60% of the games in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, it's been Melo by himself.
Yeah. And people always talk about how effective his post game is, but you got to remember he's on a bad team.
Yes.
So a lot of times guys can do things on bad teams. Yes. It's like when he gets in the playoffs against a good team, how effective is he going to be?
That's a great question. I don't think he'll be effective at all.
I don't think so. I'm
People
not buying
said the
Amari.
same thing about Gerald Henderson when he was averaging 20 and whatever his numbers were for Charlotte. But like my dad used to tell me, on a bad team, somebody's got to score.
Yeah. For
years, Gerald Wallace was doing it when he was in New Jersey. He was putting up big numbers. Somebody's got to score.
Yeah.
Jason Richardson was doing it when Golden State Warriors wasn't as good. Somebody's got to score.
Yeah. I mean, going back in Cleveland, everybody remembers the Ricky Davis days.
Oh, man. He was incredible.
The pre-LeBron era. Ricky Davis was 18, 19 points a game. That doesn't mean he was a good player. I mean, we don't remember anything he did after he left Cleveland. But
who in Cleveland remembers the infamous on rebound? You remember that?
That was great.
He tried to get a triple-double, and he threw.
Yeah, that was classic.
Classic Ricky Davis.
Yeah, that was classic.
He was not good for the city or the team at all. I just want everybody to know that. I don't care what you say. Ricky Davis was an enigma, and he was a bomb.
Shout out Ricky Davis.
On to better news. We'll move on there. All right. So your boy Durant went on a rant earlier in All-Star Weekend about saying how the media is he just doesn't like the media, pretty much. He's going on about how he's been positive all these years, looking at other guys because he thought it's what he had to do. But now he's saying no more. I'm done with it. I'm not going to treat y'all like I used to. What do you think about that?
I didn't like it. I think it was a bad idea. Mm-hmm. I think that I don't understand why he hates his rap of being so nice. Like, why do you think it's a bad thing to have people perceive you in a good light? I don't understand that.
Because first off, as he quote Kevin Durant, he's a bad MF. He knows he is, and he's sick and tired of people looking at him like, oh, Kevin can't be good because he's just so nice. No, he associates, I think in my opinion, him being good as him being like Kobe. Kobe is a cool dude, but people don't like Kobe because of his persona, because he's gonna kill you every night, and that's what KD is trying to get across. Yeah, I can be nice, but I'm trying to kill you. The infamous choke sign to Brendan Haywood, was it? Or somebody he dunked on.
I don't really understand. I think that the media hasn't attacked him personally on a negative level, so I don't really understand him lashing out at them. I mean, I understand he wants to protect his coach, because if anything we know about KD, he's going to stick up for his guys. Yeah. And Scott Brooks is one of his guys.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
But for him to go on a rant about, I'm not friends with y'all don't know nothing, like, I feel like it was kind of unnecessary. There's no reason to make enemies for no, like, you shouldn't just make enemies for no good reason.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially when,
because guess what, Kevin, you went on your rant, and you know what happens? Scott Brooks is still a terrible coach. It doesn't matter if you said you guys don't know nothing. You know what? He was a terrible coach yesterday, and he's going to be a terrible coach tomorrow.
I will agree with you on that. Scott Brooks is the worst coach behind, I'm sad to say, Derek Fisher right now. And Derek Fisher was not a bad coach. He just had a bad team. But Scott Brooks is... do you see the plays they run?
Scott Brooks was sad when Mike Brown got fired, because Mike Brown might have been the only coach worse at drawing up offensive plays than Scott Brooks. All eyes on Scott Brooks now, and he has nowhere to hide.
I will say this. Scott Brooks looks good when KD and Russ play well.
Absolutely.
But, when they're playing in the playoffs that year,
But see,
he looks
Scott Brooks, saying that he looks good with KD and Russ when they play well is like saying a kid that came from money has a lot of bread. It's like, of course you got bread. Like, your parents gave it to you. Yeah. Like, it's your job not to mess it up. Yeah, exactly. Yes, it's like somebody gave you the keys to a Ferrari. It's your job not to crash.
That's hard.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, as long as you don't drive like an idiot.
Well, if you don't know how to drive a stick.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, I can't drive a Ferrari, but I would love to be able to have one.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good. There's some people that take you from A to B. Yeah. But if you want to win a championship, you can't go from A to B. You got to get A to C. You know what I'm saying? He can't get you over that hump.
For Thunder, like you just said, A and B is getting to the finals. Because I feel like not get to the finals, getting to the conference finals. Because they can do it. They have the team to do it.
Right.
But that, like you said, the over the hump is when it comes down to conference final time, NBA final time, when Greg Pop is the coach you're coaching against, even Spoelstra now is the coach you're coaching against, or Steve Kerr, who's a pretty good coach we're starting to look at now. They have X's and O's. They know how to beat Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Especially when they know how to beat you with the X's and O's. It ain't just the players. Scott Brooks don't have X's and O's. They have Russell come down. You don't have a shot. Throw it to KD on the short post or that gray area over there and go to work. And the Kendrick Perkins is over there looking for a three, or Ibaka at the top of the key doing this. That's not going to get you to the championship. It's not going to.
Unless you play in NBA 2K, because Kevin Durant makes everything.
Well, I just want to get something real quick before we move forward. 2K is so fake. Gerald Green had dropped 30 yesterday. I don't understand.
Gerald Green is the second best small forward
2K small forward
in the league on 2K. That's it.
Yeah, well yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, but he also has something else to say, Kevin Durant, about how he feels like players should be involved in the discussions as far as awards come award time, like MVP, Player of the Year, Most Improved Player, Sixth Man. Do you agree that players should be involved?
I think he actually has a valid point about that, because it kind of makes sense. You can't. It would be kind of hard. It would be like you working on a job, right? Yeah. And you have a boss, and you work under this guy every day, and then executives that don't even work where you work come in and say, that guy's the boss of the year. And you like, that guy's terrible. Yeah. I work with him every day. I can't stand him. Like, how do you know? I'm here every day.
Yeah.
So I think that from that standpoint, he has a valid point about why players should get the vote for things like the MVP and sixth man and all that, first team, second team, NBA. I think he's right.
Well, he said something as far as like when you're saying, he said, you guys don't play.
Yeah.
You guys aren't in the locker room with these guys.
Yeah.
You don't play with these guys on the bus with these guys. A lot of these guys you perceive as being such what they are on the court, they're nothing like that off the court. Chris Paul has a rap for being a ferocious player on the court, but off the court he's the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
But on the court he wants to hurt you. He wants to go at your neck and win the game.
And when he's not playing basketball, he's selling insurance.
I'm not buying no insurance from him.
I wouldn't either. So I would not buy insurance from anybody wearing an Argyle
insurance.
sweater. Who wears Argyle? My dad still wears them, but outside of my dad, he was like 58. I don't want to see you in an Argyle sweater. I'm not buying insurance.
Unique thrift store on Monday is half price off.
Did you cop it?
No, I was driving by and I saw it.
Did you think about copping it?
I thought about Chris Paul.
Oh.
I was like, Chris Paul wear that. And I mean, he does have, like you say, a valid point because if they were more involved in decisions, LeBron wouldn't have won 4 MVPs out of the last 6 or 5, whatever, in my opinion.
He should have one more.
If players were... No.
That year, Steve Nash won his second
Kobe
MVP.
should have one.
No.
Them was Kobe years.
Kobe was trying to get off for rape. I think he had more important things on his mind. I think he would rather have won the case.
That happened in like 06.
That happened in 06. It was still lingering. The effects were still lingering.
Come on, bro. That Kobe stuff happened so late, early on.
But listen, they took him years to recover. He lost his shoe deal.
He got his first MVP 2010, I think.
He got 1 MVP award.
That's what I'm saying, 1. You know who was on that team?
Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom.
Pau Gasol played 25 games that year. Andrew Bynum played 37 games that year. 37 games that year. They were not on that team. They were a part of that team. They never played.
Well, you had Kobe in his prime.
Exactly.
Listen. Kobe's a top 5 player of all time.
Yes.
Well, wait, let me hit the brakes. Maybe top 10.
Top 10.
Let me hit the brakes.
We had to think about it.
Kobe is a top 10 player of all time. In his prime. I mean, yeah, he should win an MVP award.
Listen. Kobe Bryant I'm not a big Kobe Bryant fan, but I give respect to where it's due. He should have won at least 2. At least 2. That first Steve Nash one and the second Steve Nash. What?
Steve Nash deserved the first one. LeBron should have won the second one.
First off.
Since you want to talk about who was on teams, let's talk about who was on LeBron's team the first time around in Cleveland. Eric Snow, Ira Newble.
Dude, we had this conversation before.
Damon Jones.
You are giving me players who, yes.
Yuri Welsh.
Who?
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly. Yuri Welsh.
Bro.
I can't even name.
You're giving me guys, though, that before they got there, some of them actually had decent careers with other teams. They got there, wanted to help LeBron win a championship. That year they went to the finals against the Spurs and got swept 4-0 like I said they was.
All those games were close. They were. Look them up.
Okay.
They were all close.
Last time I checked, close ain't win. It's not a win.
Right.
Because you were close to beat me in 2 games last night.
I did. I actually did win a game last night.
Like I said.
Joe Green.
Like I said.
30.
My take is players, I feel like they should be involved in the voting or in the discussion as far as who gets MVP because I don't think LeBron won 4. Steve Nash should have won them 2. D-Rose definitely, or Melo would have won 1.
1 what?
That year he got the one that
one what?
One most valuable player of the year award. And I'm not being biased. That year,
maybe from his kid. Maybe Lala would give it to him.
Bruh, listen.
Not from the NBA.
Lala, you can give me MVP anytime you want. I'm here for you. I'm single, and I love you. Melo, do your thing, big boy. But like I was saying, Melo should have at least 1 MVP. That year they wasn't supposed to get to the playoffs. They finished, I think, 7th or something in the league. He got 1 first place vote. And the writer that gave him that vote says he expected it to more first place votes because of the year he was having. He thought the award was for most valuable player, not most liked player.
I think that guy was also from Denver, and he had just gotten out smoking some weed before he turned in his ballot.
I'm a big Melo fan, but I'm trying not to be biased here. Melo should have 1 MVP award. That's my take on it. You can say what you want to say. I really don't care what you got to say about it because it's my opinion, and you can do what you want to do with it. But he should have at least 1. Boom. Because you tripping. He shouldn't have no award.
I mean, in college, that 1 year he took Syracuse to the national championship. Absolutely.
Melo.
1 shining moment.
Melo in his prime is 1A to Kevin Durant's 1B as far as scoring. Just scoring in general.
That's true.
All right, we're going to jump. We're going to stop real quick into the college ranks. Kentucky is 25-0. Really? Like, I've watched a couple of their games. And the last couple in the SEC been real close. They had a nail biter. Who was it against? LSU. Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah.
That was a great game. That boy Willie Cauley-Stein is going to do things in the league.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, Carl Thomas Jr. is a dog in his own right, but Willie Cauley-Stein is, I think, the guy, the X factor on them games.
They should just start to stock black body bags under the basket. Because Willie Cauley-Stein out here catching so many bodies. They should just zip them up, roll them on out. Because it's ridiculous. He catch a body or two every game. He catch at least 2 bodies every game.
And to the family of that guy he dunked on in the LSU game, anyone before that,
our condolences.
R.I.P. to you.
We have flowers on the way.
Hey, tell your mom we love her. And they have open or closed class because they had to open when we couldn't identify you, big dog, because you got messed up pretty bad. But Anthony Davis says his 2012 team could beat this team this year.
I don't think so.
That 2012 team that won the national championship, Anthony Davis at the 5, Terrence Jones at your 4, MKG at your 3, Marcus Teague at your 1, and then who was the other guy? Darius Miller, the unknown. I think he played for OKC for a little bit before he got cut.
Yeah, he was in the league. See, do you think they would beat them?
Deron Lamb too.
Do you think that Anthony Davis team would beat them?
I think Anthony Davis would give them fits, but do I think they would win? No.
See, Anthony, I think it's hard to think about this now because we think about the Anthony Davis of today.
Yeah.
And he was not close to this guy.
He still leads the NCAA in blocks, though.
Yes, he was an incredible defensive player, but offensively, his game has blossomed to a level.
13 points a game in college off of just pure, they didn't run no plays for him.
No.
At all.
No, he did that on talent, but that Kentucky team has 4 7-footers. 2 or 3 of them will probably go in the first round this year.
If not top 10.
Yeah, so, they've got a ton of size.
Them Harrison twins, I don't like them guys, man.
Yeah.
In high school, I watched a little bit of their film in high school. They were great. They were also 6'6" at the 1 and 2 positions, and they just jumped and dunked on everybody. But in college, you can't do that. The shooting guard, I think he's the one that's going to be a better pro because he can shoot the ball.
Yeah.
But he can't really create his own shot. He finishes okay. Now, the point guard twin, he's the one that I feel like is going to need to just stay for 4 years because Ulis is starting to look like the better guard. He's just not 6'6". He's 5'10", which sucks for him. But then again, he's doing his thing because he's good. Watch out for Tyler Ulis. He's going to be really great at some point in time. I feel like he should stay at least 3 years, just work on his game and learn how the nuances of the pick and roll, against the basket, finishing up on them trees, which he already can do. Yeah. He just get better at it because the NBA level is so much different.
So the 2 big questions are: A, do you think they will lose before the season's over?
Before the NCAA tournament?
Yes. Well, that's actually 3 questions. So do you think they will lose before the season's over?
Yes.
You think they will lose?
Yes.
Do you think they should lose? Do you think it would be good for them to lose before the season's over?
Yes.
Why is that?
Willie Cauley-Stein said it today on ESPN. If we lose, watch out. The next game, watch out. It's going to be even worse.
That's a good point.
Do they want to lose? No.
It could definitely help to sharpen their focus.
Because being 25-0, you go into that. You go into the SEC conference tournament. You're like, we already beaten these teams before.
Yeah. We
know what they've got to do. But they also, the other teams come with that ferociousness that they like. We got another crack. We want to try and win this game. Yeah. And I feel like they're gonna lose. If not the SEC championship game, it's gonna be maybe that semifinal game.
Okay, so the third and last question is: do you think they win the national championship?
Yes. They're hungry.
I think they do too.
And
I can't see anybody beating them.
Carl Towns Jr. is a man.
Yeah.
That man has the moves. He had a step back move against LSU. They were down 4, and that was a turning point in the game.
Yeah,
he hit that shot, and it was Winley down shot clock.
Yeah.
That was a huge shot.
Yeah.
That game saved a undefeated season to this point.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes today. NBA playoffs. The lower 4 Eastern Conference teams here.
The scrubs.
I wouldn't say the scrubs because your Cavs is down there.
Excuse me?
The Cavs are leading.
I think they're second right now.
No, as of right now, they're 5th.
Oh.
Their record's 33-22.
We'll be second before the year's over.
Okay. Their record's 33-22. They're matched up against, like I said earlier in my first episode, they're matched up against, who was it? Washington.
Yeah, they're 5th. Yeah.
Washington.
Barbecue chicken.
Who?
Washington.
Come on, man.
5 games. 5 games.
Y'all heard you? Okay.
5 games.
My take, like I said before, 6.
Nah.
One reason. John Wall. He gonna do his thing. He's
gonna need a lot of help though.
Love's a crybaby. Kevin
Love might be the most sensitive player in the league.
Yeah, he is. He's a big crybaby.
Every time I see him, it looks like he's about to cry.
Because Bron is getting in him, and letting him know, like, dude, this is not easy. You thought you was coming here to be easy? This is not a Broadway show. We go to work.
Yeah.
And I feel like LeBron, come playoff time, ain't gonna have no left in the tank. This season has took a toll on that man.
He just got back on the juice. He's got plenty left. He's got literally plenty left in the tank. He's got plenty left in the needle too. All right, he's got everything he needs for that title run.
We gonna see what Kyrie gonna do. Kyrie is an unproven, overrated guard in the NBA.
Kyrie's great.
He has proved nothing to anybody of any substance. He's never been to the playoffs. He has no type of playoff experience. And he's never led a team anywhere.
Anytime Kyrie's been on the big stage, he's shown up.
You can't count All-Star Weekend.
Anytime he's
what's a big stage?
In college, when he came back from
he played 12 games, Ron.
But when he came back in the tournament, yes, they lost to the team that I believe they lost to Arizona, who went on to play in the national championship that year, I believe.
Wait, before he continues, he did say they lost. Okay.
But this is not about this is about Kyrie showing up. He had 30 plus that game.
Okay.
You come back to his first, 3 seasons in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Whenever it was a big game, I specifically remember, I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, OKC came to town. He single-handedly beat them with a healthy Durant and Westbrook.
Yeah.
Fast forward to the Olympics, he was MVP in the Olympics.
They're playing against college players, man.
Listen, it's not as... The fact of the matter is, anytime it's a big stage,
he steps up.
He shows up.
But this is the NBA. This is the mecca. Like, the NBA is the culmination of basketball gods. Like, basketball gods pick their favorite players and put them in the NBA playoffs. And this is what we got. As bad as some of the teams might be, this is what you got. Do I think they'll get the first round? Yes. Do I see Kyrie doing a lot? Maybe. But he's going to have to go through John Wall if they decide they match up.
But here's the thing. We've seen how John Wall struggled in Game 6 last year.
Yeah, he has shooters.
But here's the difference. I'm going to tell you the difference between John Wall and Kyrie. Mm-hmm. John Wall has to be the best player for his team.
I don't believe that.
For them to win. If they're going to win, John Wall has to be the best player. Mm-hmm. Kyrie doesn't have to be the best player. He doesn't have that pressure on him.
He has one of the best players in the league.
Exactly. So he does not have to be the best player.
Is this Kyrie's team or is this LeBron's team?
It's LeBron's team.
Oh, okay.
It's LeBron's team.
Okay. Well, you say like that, then I guess.
Yeah, it's LeBron's team.
Yeah, I just feel like it might go 6. Because it's going to be a game or two where LeBron takes off.
5 games.
Like I said, I kind of, it's going to go 6. Because I feel like Wizards going to win 2 at home. And, you know, they're gonna get it done. Because they're not going to get swept. They're too good of a team this year. They're contenders this year.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season, they were 2. They were right up there with Toronto and Atlanta before Atlanta just went on a ridiculous win streak. They were up there. But,
yeah.
All right. Now, at number 6 is Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks has a great young nucleus of guys. Jabari Parker's out right now, which sucks for him. He tore ACL. Our prayers go out to him. But can they beat that 3 matchup?
Quick sidebar on the Bucks.
Yeah.
The rumor is that they are in the process of possibly buying out Larry Sanders.
Yes.
Larry Sanders is a big guy that could help a playoff team make a push.
If he doesn't keep smoking.
As long as he does not smoke weed.
Him and Josh Gordon go to the same weed provider.
Yes. I wonder who gets banned from that league first, Larry Sanders or Josh Gordon.
Maybe Josh Gordon because he's younger and
he is on his last leg.
Well, no, Larry Sanders does have a lot of tattoos, and a lot of dude tattoos kind of crazy. I don't know. You saw what Chris Sanders went through a couple years ago. He was on that juice.
And he's got Larry Sanders has those David Ruffin glasses too. That's like he's got some of that going on. Who would they get? But Milwaukee. Who would they get? Chicago.
Yeah.
That's 5 games.
5?
Yeah.
Milwaukee gonna win
if Jabari was playing it, maybe 6. But without Jabari,
it won't be. I feel like it's gonna be a really low scoring series though.
Yeah.
Because unless Brandon Knight and D Rose go on for like these 30-point, each have a 30-point game. Because Brandon Knight can score.
Yeah, he's gonna score. He's gonna score.
They have to. The Bucks got to score because since Brandon Jenner left, he really wasn't a big time scorer. But they have no offensive production. That's why they drafted Jabari in the first place.
Yeah.
Giannis he averages maybe I think 15 a game. He's not gonna give you 30 in the playoffs. He's never been there. I'm surprised even that they this good anyway. Because they're actually 8 to 9 games above Charlotte, so their spot is safe.
Yeah.
They actually might move to 4 if the Chicago keeps sliding.
Yeah.
So
I think their biggest problem if they end up playing Chicago would be I can't see how they match up with Chicago's size inside with Gibson, Noah, and Gasol.
And they Miritich from 6'10", who can stretch the floor.
Yeah, they're gonna be a problem.
Chicago they pose a big mismatch with a lot of teams, including Cleveland. If they match up with them in that semifinal round, maybe in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, mind you, Chicago has been sliding. They did beat Cavaliers the game before the All-Star break, which I feel like the
Derrick
Cavaliers.
Rose looked great.
He looked great. He looked like the old Derrick Rose instead of Derrick Rose the old. But if Cleveland catches them and moves up, Cleveland might get them. They might not have to get them in the first round. They might end up having to play Milwaukee, which would be better for them. I feel like they'll sweep Milwaukee.
Yeah.
That'll give LeBron more rest because he needs it. That'll give them young guys a little more time to look at film of the up and coming matchup. But that Milwaukee, it's kind of iffy series. I think it's gonna go 5. But we'll see. Like a lot of things, maybe when the playoffs start, if a whole different lineup, we're talking about a whole different matchup of teams. But we'll see when we get there. At 7, you got Charlotte. Doesn't matter who they're playing, they're gonna get swept. Kim Walker's out. Al Jefferson can't stay healthy. What's his name? What's their 2-guard name?
Lance Stevenson.
I was going to say Lance Robertson because that's how much of a bum he is. He needs to go somewhere. He needs to get traded. Gerald Henderson. Really, dude? Like, come on, dude. And who they won? Who started to win since came out? Ramon Sessions?
They just traded for Mo Williams. Like last week, they traded for Mo Williams. So he had 50-point game earlier this year.
Did he?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think the most interesting thing in that 7th-8 scenario will be if the Cavs get up to number 2 and Miami somehow gets healthy and slides up to number 7. Because if you got a healthy Dwayne Wade and Hassan Whiteside continues to play the way he's been playing, it will be an interesting series.
D Wade, if he can play the whole series.
Yeah, if you got a healthy D Wade, and they, I think that would be the most entertaining first round series. Well, maybe not as entertaining as if you get Chicago, Washington, but Cleveland, Miami would be a very interesting series. In the first round.
I agree because D Wade, he's always you never know with him.
Yeah.
Again, Christmas, D Wade went off, and no one expected he didn't know he was gonna play. No one expected him to win that game. Did LeBron play on Christmas?
Yeah, he did. He played like trash. Straight up trash.
D Wade has even before LeBron and D Wade played together. D Wade always played LeBron in Cleveland very well. So like he was saying, that's a good match to look for. But right now, Miami and Charlotte are tied for 7th. So Miami sits at 8, and if they stay at 8, they're gonna end up playing the first round, which is Atlanta. And I feel like Atlanta gonna whoop them.
Yeah, that might be a sweep. That's a bad matchup.
That is because they're younger, they're hungry, and Miami's old, and they have a couple young guys. But I mean, Shabazz Napier and Norris Cole are your one guard options. Yeah. Mario Chalmers is really a nobody as of right now since LeBron left. He needs to sit down somewhere. Who's your 2 guard?
Wade, if he's healthy.
Okay.
You don't know.
3? Who's your 3?
Luol Deng.
Oh, he was the guy that was in that movie with Tom Hanks about the boat people.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Yeah, that guy. And you got the guy who wants to get his 2K player rating up. And last time I checked, things are like a 62. You got some work to do, bruh, because it ain't moving fast enough. So, and then you got Chris
Bosh gets buckets.
Yeah. Okay. So what else you got?
I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't have it. They got a bag of bricks over there.
Pretty much.
Hey, I just see Atlanta. I don't think they'll sweep, and I don't think it'll be easy. But I feel like Miami might take 1 because I think Marcus T gonna make whoever they guards look like Swiss cheese and just go through them like it's nothing.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But then again, hey, D Wade can come back off the Jesus juice and give us a 8 matchup, an 8 seed that's gonna do something in the first round. We never know.
Never know.
But yeah, man, we want to thank everybody for listening in with us. Oh, we got one thing before we go. This just in: LeBron James has once again curved the dunk contest. He got a soundbite saying, "I really wish I would have done it earlier in my career." Like, really, dude?
I mean, I think he's being honest. I don't understand.
But like for the last he's been in the league 12 years now.
Yeah, this is 12th year.
But before him leaving for Miami, that 1 year, I'm preliminary putting my name in the dunk contest. I'll be in it next year. What happened?
You didn't do it.
I'm hurt. I didn't play. Come on, man. You saw he was playing the All-Star game. Yeah. He was hitting the turbo button was on the whole game. He was going the whole game. And you can't give us 1 round dunk contest. Just do 1 dunk, man.
In LeBron's defense.
What?
Do you think LeBron James could win a slam dunk contest? Do you think LeBron has the creativity to win a slam dunk? We've only seen LeBron do like 3 dunks his whole career. This, occasional reverse, and a rocket cradle.
I go back to.
We've never seen him. We've never seen LeBron go between his legs.
Does he have the creativity?
360.
No, he doesn't have the creativity.
So what's the point?
And you saw the high school dunk contest. He wasn't 03, right? When
he lost, didn't he?
No, he won.
Oh, he did.
I seen that. He did 3 dunks.
Yeah, that's all he's got.
Each dunk, he just jumped higher than everybody else.
Yeah.
He did a reverse dunk where his elbow was at the rim. He did a front one-arm dunk where he just put the arm, he touched the back of his shoes like that, and then he did a windmill. That was it. Shannon Brown was in the dunk contest. Shannon Brown dunked from the free throw line to the Statue of Liberty and still lost. J.R. Giddens was in that dunk contest. He did an East Bay dunk that at that point in time was no one's ever did in the high school dunk contest.
I thought he was gonna be nice.
He was supposed to. He played at Kansas for a year, then went to New Mexico State and was a bust. I think because he shaved his head. So maybe that's what it was. He was like Samson, lost all his hair. It was ridiculous. But
I don't blame LeBron for not doing a slam dunk contest. I
blame him for telling people he gonna do it. Don't entice the public.
Dumb.
Don't tell us you thinking about doing it, then you don't do it, and then don't. Because
nobody
the media wants to see that.
Nobody likes these in any area of life.
You heard it here. No one.
But
yeah, man, we really appreciate everybody listening. Continue to watch, subscribe, hit us up on Twitter. I'm at Gabe Hemingway.
It's at RonJR89.
Yeah, and on Instagram, Mr. _ Hemingway. He doesn't have an Instagram.
Instagram's white.
It's whatever. But yeah, drop us a comment. Tell us what you like about it. Tell us what you don't like. Maybe we can improve. Maybe we can talk about something you want to talk about. But everybody have a good day. Check it out.